You got it, John. That haircut's looking good too, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, Leah's hairstyling right here in Blacksburg. Duncan, take it to the house as we start to safely reopen, and we find Coach Tony Robie in his office, I would imagine, making preparations for the upcoming season. Coach, good to see you. First and foremost, how you been riding out the quarantine so far?
I'm doing well, John. I think I'm starting to adjust to the quarantine life and kind of getting a feel for things and trying to get into a routine, but certainly excited to try to get back to normal here, hopefully as soon and as safely as possible. But things are good.
In terms of the new normal, how are you easing back into things along with society right
now? Basically just trying to stay busy and, find things to do and, try to get ahead of things a little bit. I mean, for me, I haven't, I think like all of us, but when you're coaching Division I athletics, there's a lot of travel and a lot of work and a lot of weekends that you're working typically. So I've had more weekends off in the last 8-9 weeks than I probably have in the last 6-7 years. It feels like, at least. Certainly haven't had this many weekends or days in a row where I've been at home. So trying to enjoy that part of it and take the positives and spend a lot more time with my wife and with my kids and some more quality time. But yeah, it's different for sure. Me and my wife, we fight about who gets to make the bed in the morning, and there's a lot more time at home, and most of that's good, but occasionally it's nice to get out.
How have you been able to stay in contact with the guys, with the staff, with the wrestlers, and just keep everybody connected?
Yeah, we did a Zoom call. It's just like everybody else. We've done a handful of Zoom calls. We did one yesterday for about, a little over an hour and talked about just preparation for next year and, some cultural things and working on our mindset and trying to take advantage of the time that we have right now. You can always get better in a certain area and we have to turn, I think we talked about turning an obstacle into an opportunity. And right now we've got an opportunity with all this downtime to work on some other areas that we might not have the time to dedicate to typically. So for us in our sport, guys can go online, they can watch video, they can get better technically. They can also just continue to work on their mindset and developing their mindset and trying to make sure when we get the opportunity to come back together that they're doing as much physically as they can, but also mentally they're preparing themselves for the future and for next year and for competition. So, we've been doing that. We've been trying to get in touch. Each coach call 2 or 3 guys or FaceTime 2 or 3 guys every day just to get some one-on-one time with them and chat and see how things are going. So, our guys have just finished up the semester academically, so they even have more time than they did previously.
Tony, as we're in these uncertain and unprecedented times right now, how have you guys gone about your business when you know that some things are going to be a new normal, a bit different, regardless of how and when we come back from this?
For me personally, it's just trying to stay optimistic and I do think things will get back to normal. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we've got to try to continue to just keep fighting. It's like a wrestling match. Sometimes things go your way, sometimes they don't. And right now, things are difficult. There's no question about that. Things are different. They're difficult. We try to be grateful. That's something we talk about a lot in our program, and we're very grateful. I know me personally, just to have, to still be in a situation where we can provide for our families and we still have opportunities to do what we love and know that we're going to be able to compete. We're going to be able to represent Virginia Tech again here in the near future, because there's a lot of people out there right now that don't have it nearly as good as we do. So I think that's something that we try to remind ourselves of. And, the other thing is, and you can't take things for granted. I think that's a lesson that everybody has learned, and hopefully our student athletes have learned, that is that, being able to compete and do what you love and be able to represent this university that we all love is it's a privilege. And I think we learned that more this year than ever. And, we can't take that for granted. And we got to make sure that every time we get an opportunity to put that singlet on or put that BT on our chest, that we take advantage of it and we represent this school the right way.